Okay, I review a lot of the DC animated, but I normally don't do that much in the way of the Marvel animated, but I've seen quite a few of them. So, through the glory of Netflix, I ended up getting Planet Hulk, loosely based upon one of the stories that led to World War Hulk. Essentially, it begins with the Hulk being shot up into space by the Illuminati. That would be Namor, Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, Professor X, Iron Man, Black Bolt. What they don't show is the Hulk went on kind of like a murderous rampage and almost like killed lots of people. That's why he got shot up into space. Initially, he was going to go to a planet where no inhabitants, just vegetation, so he couldn't, hurt or kill anybody, and nobody would hurt him. Hulk, being Hulk, kind of breaks free of his bonds and crash lands on Sakaar. Sakaar is a planet overrun by the Red King. The Red King essentially is kind of like the dictator of the planet. People thought that he was the Sakaarson, which would be kind of like a savior role, and he's not. Anything that crash lands on the planet or comes through the Great Portal, if it's worth anything, it's the property of the Emperor. So of course, when Hulk lands, he decides to turn Hulk into a gladiator. Yes, and like all gladiator conflicts, the Hulk, once he realizes he has to fight to survive, goes on a relatively decent murderous rampage. This is not a children's one. There's these weird bug-like creatures, and one of them gets his head squeezed till his eyes explode out of his head. Fairly bloody, and the Hulk's blood makes grass grow. Probably makes a lot more sense in the comic than it did in this. They did mention that the Sakaarson, or the true savior, his blood would like replenish the longevity of the planet. I don't know, it's kind of a bizarre side thing to have. Whenever Hulk gushes blood, small plants grow from it. Now, of course, whenever they go to the Coliseum, they do have nice Easter eggs. You will see Pip, Gamora, quite a few different skulls, Star-Lord, and Adam Warlock as spectators. And it's not like they're designed to blend in. You'll see, like Pip and Gamora with no one sitting near them, and everyone else is dressed in, regular Sakaarian attire. As they're going through the War Bond ritual, which happens after the first big fight, they go through all their background stories. The guy who looks like Thing, I didn't memorize names and I didn't read the story on it. Sorry. Talks about how him and his brothers went to the third planet from the sun. Essentially, they came to Earth. Tried to capture an Earth person. They tried to capture Thor. Thor whooped the crap out of them. And then you showed up Beta Ray Bill, like the Asgardian alien version of Thor. Or he's a robot, depending on, the time at which you're reading anything about Beta Ray Bill. Hulk begins to go through the process of, like whooping up on people, destroying things, whether it's like planet eaters or whatever. So it finally comes down to, well, you get free to go. Awesome. You gotta just kill this traitor. We're not gonna kill her. Oh. And then you have to defeat Beta Ray Bill. Giant fight ensues, and of course Hulk escapes. Hulk and his group escapes. They make it to a small town. Hulk, of course, is being chased by the wickedly powerful sidekick to the Red King. Her background story is actually done very well. About how these weird missiles were launched, and they shot off what looked like barnacle spiders, that when they attach to people, they'd burrow inside their skin, make them crazy, and kind of kill them. Okay. But she was saved by the Red King and his Death's Head army. Death's Head, of course, being a Marvel UK character. Great character. I prefer Death's Head 2 to Death's Head 1, Death's Head 3, but an awesome looking design for a character. If you want to Google Death's Head 2. The guy looked insane. That's an awesome looking character from the mid-90s. Okay, so back to Planet Hulk. Hulk, of course, gets taken down during this this secondary invasion of a small site where Hulk and his group and some other people ran down to, which then of course leads to the great climactic battle between super pissed off Hulk and check out my Hulkbuster armor Red King. This isn't just straight action. This has got some pretty good drama to it as well, and moments where you actually really do feel sad for Hulk. Oh yeah, this one was done very well. A lot of the Marvel ones have done fairly well. So this month I'm actually going to review quite a few of the different Marvel animated movies. So we got Planet Hulk. I'll also review Hulk Versus. You also get Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2, Doctor Strange, Iron Man. And that's been it for this month. And like Planet Hulk, if you like seeing some, I will say, it's really not like designed for kids. I would say, depending on how decent you are with, your kids watching like gory fantasy violence. If you're cool with them watching, something that's a little more vicious, like there things do bleed, things do die, and they don't die in like, oh no, you became an item. They die in like, you've been cut in half, or I punched you so hard I smashed your brain and like your skull encaved upon itself. When you think that someone's okay with watching that, Planet Hulk is done very, very well.